Oh, yes. Now, George Bass and Matthew Flinders 50-cent coin, they made a fair few of these, 22.4 million. So they're not on the coin value list right here, but I've got a roll to search through. So we'll check through all of these coins right here, see if we can add something to the collection. However, if you're just starting out, you'll generally want to have one coin from each year. And you might love this design, so you might collect as many as you can find. So it's totally up to you how you go about collecting. And if you love certain designs, then go for it. Collect what you are interested in and go for it. So let's see what we've got in this lot right here. If you're interested in the coin value list to find out the lower mintage dates and the main error coins you can find through the link in my account, let's see what we've got. Let's go find the edge of the paper, and we'll tear it off. Ooh, not a super clean tear, but it's all good as long as we get access. Let's move the bag into position. Here it is, Matthew Flinders and George Bass. Nice work, boys. All right, put that aside. That looks fairly fresh, actually, so I might even add it to my collection. Here we go, a Commonwealth Games coin, 1982. This one's fairly nice too, in nice condition. Again, they made a fair few of these, and personally myself, I've got a lot of these in perfect condition, so I don't necessarily need to hold on to a lot more, but that is pretty fresh too. There we go, put it aside. 1998, another Bass and Flinders. This one's a little bit more worn. It looks a little bit rustic, a little bit antiqued. This one, I don't know where it's been, but there you go. 2014, we'll look for a crop circle. So over here in that little void, where's my little pointer? Get my little pointer so I can show you exactly where I'm talking about. This little void right here, sometimes you can have a little circle type feature. It's referred to as a crop circle. Unfortunately, not on that coin. This has got a little bit of doubling down the back of the kangaroo through here. But sometimes you can get some spiky bits up through here, and it looks a bit like, they call it a Godzilla or Roozilla. And sometimes people refer to this as a little bit of a Roozilla as well. But so this is a 2001 coin. The Godzilla Roozilla, $7 to $20 is a recent selling price range on them. This here is pretty common on these 2001 coins. This bit of sort of partial double rim over here, so not a lot of value for that particular thing, but I'll put that aside. Here we go again, there's another one of these with the partial double rim, 2001 coin again. We'll see if it's the same. Yeah, it's the same design. They made a fair few of this design, just checking for that extra W. This one doesn't have the doubling on the back of the kangaroo, so let that one go. 77, this will be a Silver Jubilee. So the Silver Jubilee's recent selling price range on these, $2.20 to $8. Cool. Ooh, we get to check this one for the crop circles. I'm not seeing a crop circle there. 83. Oops. 2 coins to go. Last coin, a 2015. Fairly fresh sort of looking coin there. Good luck with your searches. Hopefully you find some cool coins. Nice. Banks don't want you to have these, even though they're legal tender, and even though the Royal Australian Mint distributes these directly to the banks for circulation, and even though the Australian people have paid for the production of these through their taxes. So I went to my bank recently and I was denied access to coins like this, and I've always been able to get coins like this. So I was a little bit surprised. I've had a number of comments from people from different bank customers that have said that same thing for them. They've been denied access to coins as well. So what's going on here? What I did to get access back to coins again, and I have been able to get access back to coins. So what I had to go through, and it's been over 3 months of a process, I spoke to the branch manager and they said that we only give coins out to businesses. And I'm thinking, well, if businesses need coins because people can pay with physical currency, then the people who are buying things from those businesses need access to physical currency to pay those businesses. So why can't general customers get access to coins? She said, look, you need to speak to the regional manager. Spoke to the regional manager. Didn't want to budge on the fact that I couldn't get coins. So I had to make an official complaint with the bank. So I lodged an official complaint with the bank, went through a number of different processes, had to get to the point where it wasn't really going anywhere, going around in circles, even though it's legal tender. It's my money, just trying to get my money out. I also offered to the bank too. I understand if they haven't got enough quantity of coins in branch on hand. So I'm happy to do like an ordering system where I might put in 1 week's, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks notice of how much coins I want in the different denominations, so that they can make sure they order in, because they get orders in each week of currency and so on. So they can just order the amount they need to make sure they're covered so they can fulfill all the requirements they need. So I understand that side of things. So I offered that from the beginning. I'm happy to wait a number of weeks until my order comes in and then I can get my coins. I was denied that initially. So it had to get to the point where I lodged a complaint with the Australian Financial Complaints Authority, and then that went back to the bank again, with the complaints manager able to look at it again because it's been formally lodged with the Complaints Authority. And they did come to the party where we set up an arrangement where I could do an ordering system. So I said, if you email the bank or call the bank branch, and then you put in your order, in 2 weeks they'll be able to sort of fulfill that order, and then I can go in and pick up my coins. And that's how I went about it. So if you're having the same sort of issue with your bank, that's how I went about it. So I lodged an official complaint with the bank. That's where you had to sort of start. And then you can lodge a complaint with the Australian Financial Complaints Authority and take it from there. So that's how I got access back into coins. But I'm still sort of looking into this. And if anyone sort of knows, I have spoken to ASIC. I've spoken to APRA, which is the financial regulator. I've lodged a report with the ACCC. Who else is there? There's another one in there too. So I'm trying to find out the obligations that the banks have. If the government is giving the banks the coins to distribute for circulation, and then the banks are refusing to distribute the coins into circulation, what obligations do the banks have? The banks are making a lot of money. We know this. My bank has made $7 billion profit last year off its customers. So I think the government should have some sort of obligation on the banks. And I'm trying to find out where that obligation is, or where that's written from which authority. So I'm still sort of researching into this. If anyone's got any information to share with me, happy to hear that information so that I can sort of follow up on that too. But yeah, I just sort of feel like the Australian people have paid for this currency, the production of it, through their taxes. It's legal tender. It's given to the banks to be circulated, and the banks shouldn't be able to deny customers access to these coins, whether they're regular customers, business customers. It should all be the same. It's your money in the bank. It's legal tender that the Australian government says, yes, this is what we agree is can be used in Australia. So why are banks telling us that we can't access our money in the form of coins that we've paid for? Let me know in the chat. I might write up a little bit of an email too, so my email followers, if you want to get onto my email list through the link in my account, you can just grab my free guide that gets you onto my email list. And so I might go into a little bit of detail, the same sort of information here. So if you want to communicate that way, that's a way of doing that there. But let me know your thoughts. And yes, banks, if there's anyone from the banks high up who are making decisions, because even my bank, they sort of said that policies are coming in this space. There's no policies currently that denies people access to coins. However, they said they're sort of looking at introducing things. So I don't think that's quite right, given that the government gives these coins legal tender to the banks to distribute. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, and good luck with your searches. And you don't have to tell the banks what you're using the coins for. It's your money. It's the same that happened with me, because I was told initially that if people are using coins in a certain way, then they can just shut down people's accounts. And as long as you're not doing anything illegal, I sort of feel like if it's your money, you can spend your money on whatever you want to spend your money on. Innocent sort of hobby that we're sort of involved in here on this channel. So provides a lot of joy and happiness and good mental health for people, just to go through coins. So I think there's tons of positives. I think it's positives for the banks too. Like if there's any banks that really want to support people with their coins and so on, then it's a good opportunity, because there's lots of people out there who are interested in it. So I think we should keep it going. Anyway, I'll stop my rambling, and good luck with your coin searches if you're searching for coins. Good to go on this one. Part of the Centenary of Federation state and territory coins. This one is New South Wales, the coat of arms for New South Wales. And there's one for each state and territory, including Norfolk Island, which is not a state or territory, but it's also in there as well. So there's 9 different coins. $2.50 to $18 is a recent selling price range on these coins. They're from 2001, 50-cent coins. And yeah, between 2 and 3 million mintage, depending on which state and territory, and also Norfolk Island. But yet for the sets of coins, 9 coins, $29 to $80 is a recent selling price range on them. So definitely keep your eye out for them. This is the New South Wales coat of arms coin. So I'm lucky to have this one on the end of this roll. I will open it up and I'll get that coin out and we'll search the rest of these coins to see what's in here. Coin value lists available through the link in my account if you're interested in knowing which coins to look for and the values that they can achieve, they sell for. So hopefully you've been having a great day. Let's do this. 50s. 50-cent coins is a great place to start. If you're thinking about starting coin collecting, 50-cent coins is where I started because there's so many different designs that are out there. So when you're searching through, you see lots of different designs. And this is one of them. So the New South Wales 2001, cool, put that aside, into the collection. We'll check the rest, let's go. See if we can add another one, that'd be nice. Pretty hard to come by those Centennial Federation coins now. 2012, some of these can have a thing called a donut error. So over on the right hand side, I'll just get my little pointer. Somewhere over here, you can get a little donut type image in these little swirls over here, but this one doesn't have it. So keep your eye out for the 2012 donut. Donut's nice. All right, the student design 2004. Let's check the values on these ones. So $1.50 to $10 is a recent selling price range on these. 10.2 million of these coins were produced. Put it aside, nice. Now this coin is sort of with that Centennial Federation coin, these coins. This is the Australia coat of arms. Now they made, I think it's off the top of my head, about 43 million of this particular design. So these ones are fairly common, whereas the state and territory ones aren't common. They're quite rare. So unless these coins here, you've got a little bit of extra doubling down the back. The Roozilla, you can get a little spiking in the metal down the back of the kangaroo. Prices on the Roozilla errors, $7 to $20. This one doesn't have it, unfortunately, but keep your eye out for it. Well, 74, that's a low mintage date, so prices on these, $1.70 to $25. So if the coins are in really good condition, $25 is a recent selling price range on that. Put it aside, cool. Ooh, another 2001. Most likely this will be the Australia coat of arms, and yes it is. So it's got the Australia down here, but look for that extra doubling down the back. There might be a little bit of a bump on his back there, but not enough, not enough. Ooh, 2012, we'll check for a donut. Come on, a donut. Let's do it. Nope. 2005. These coins, you look for a little bit of a blob of metal on the top of the helmet. Not there. Look for a blob in this gap down here. Not there. So if it's got either of those two things, adds extra value, but unfortunately not on that particular coin. 2012 again. Let's check for a donut. Donut's denied. And finishing on a Weary Dunlop that's got a little bit of damage on the side over here, but Weary Dunlop, a high mintage coin, this one. It's from 1995. So there we go. I'll let that one go back into circulation. But yeah, there's a few keepers from that lot. So what have we got? We've got the, we're a fair way out. Let's get a bit of zoom in. We've got the Centennial Federation New South Wales coin. We've got the student design with the wildlife animals. Cool, I like that. Nice, nice. And we've got the low mintage 1974 50-cent coin there as well. So 3 keepers from that lot. Good luck with your searches. Hopefully you find some cool ones. Latest purchase, another rotation of these, 12 o'clock. So when I turn it around, Queen's nose pointing in the 12 o'clock direction like that. It's not supposed to do that. Queen's nose is supposed to be pointing to 3 o'clock, but these coins are known for this era. So you try and collect each hour of the clock. This one's 11 o'clock right here. And here's the recent selling prices of them, $45 to $89. And mine that I bought was in that range right there. 2001 coin. Whew, I like it. Love it. I've got a few more coming as well. Nice. Another King Charles Ender. So 2024 $1 coin, $2 to $8 is a recent selling price range on those. Let's check it out. So 2024 King Charles Mob of Roos. So if it's got the kangaroos on it, yes, that's a good point. That could be a Bluey's coin, a Bluey or Bingo coin. So those are worth between $2.50 and $5.50. So we don't know. We'll check it out. The Mob of Roos is just the standard kangaroos design. So we'll get this coin out of the roll right here and we'll check that one out, see which one it is, because it'll be one of those two. And if you want those lists available through the link in my account, I'll click in my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. Let's see what we've got. Have we got a Bluey? We've got the Mob of Roos. So this is the Kangaroos 2024 $1 coin. They made 4.6 million at the moment. Sometimes the mintage figures can change over a few year period, but that's how many at the moment. So $2 to $8 on these. A little bit of damage. See that scratch across here and a bit of dirt on the coin. That dirt would probably come off, but that scratch won't. But we'll put it aside. We'll keep it. And we'll check the rest of these, see if we can add something else to the collection. Zoom out a little bit close there, and hopefully you've been having a great day. Things are going well for you. Let's go. Boop. We'll come back in. So Charles Kingsford Smith, you can get a little bit of an error on this where it's called a wing tip cud, which is a little bit of extra metal between the wing tip and the rim of the coin. A bit hard to see if this one has it because there's a bit of dirt there, but it's a relatively common error that can occur. So if you are looking for errors, then that one's a fairly easy one to accrue because they made a fair few of those coins, so you can check for them fairly readily. And yep, they're pretty common, but here we go. We'll see if we can spot a missing leg on this 2015. Nope, I can see the leg in the back. Ooh, this might be something. 2024. There we go, the AFL Premiership medallion coin. So it says Brownlow. It's got the Brownlow medal in the middle, but it's got AFL Premiership season on the top here. Sort of covered one of these coins recently, so a few people asked that question. And it is interesting that they've got the Queen on this design, which is a 2024 coin, when it was, a few years since her passing. So this is the Queen's reign, 1952 to 2022 at the top, and it's a 2024 coin over here. But yep, this is the AFL Premiership season coin. So recent selling price ranges on these, $3 to $7. Cool. $2015. Oh, this one might have the missing leg. So the leg we're looking at, it's the third kangaroo down. So it's this one over here. It's got this leg here, and there's usually a leg underneath the belly in the back, and it's usually a little bit fainter, but sometimes it's totally missing on the 2015s. And you've got it glinted around in different lights. And yeah, you see here under this light here, it's got a little bit, you're sort of seeing it coming through. So I probably wouldn't class this one as a missing leg just because I can see it under certain light, just a little bit of a hint of it. However, if you find one where it's totally missing, $2 to $5 is a recent selling price range. That was close, that was close. All quiet on the western front, just concentrating, trying to find some of these little errors, little blobs of metal that can occur. Can get a little bit across the top of the hat of this gentleman here, the 2005 piece coin. What have we got price-wise if you find that extra bit of metal? I'll just try and find it on the list. There it is, at $3.45 to $16 if you can find that extra bit. Woo! This coin has had a rough life. I don't know where it's been. It looks like it's been on the road and a few cars have driven over it, but nothing special, unfortunately. There you go. So from that lot, we've got two keepers. We've got the King Charles 2024 coin, Charlie Boy, and we've got the AFL Premiership season coin from 2024 as well, with the Brownlow medal in the middle there. So two coins, the Queen and her son, the King. Cool. One of the best to do it, Don Bradman. It's his birth date today, the 27th of August. So this is the 20-cent coin from 2001. $1 to $6 is a recent selling price range on them. And yes, this coin has a mintage of 10 million, which means they made 10 million of these coins for circulation. And it features Don Bradman. Ooh, very good cricket player. Let's check the back. Queen Elizabeth, 2001. Keep your eye out for those coins. And yeah, I've got a roll here. We're going to search through this roll right here. But if you want those listed available through the link in my account. So let's do this. And hopefully you're having a good day wherever you are in Australia. Australia, mate. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Very good. All right. Coins. Bag. List to the side. Let's get a bit of zoom. And let's go. Wish me luck. What's happened here? That's got a bit of damage, that right there. So that coin is going back, and coins like this, because it's so severely damaged, it's sort of out of shape a little bit. You can sort of see there. Those coins get sent back to the mint for destruction or reusage. So they probably melt them down and reuse them for other things. So yep, there you go. Oh, the 2004s. Check for the pointy top days. Not this one. This one's got the flat top days in Australia. So this is the more common one. But on the 2004s, look for the really sharp topped pointy A's to see if you've got the one that you want. 1966, we're looking for the wavy baseline on this. Can't see it. So where I'm looking, on the bottom of the two here, that baseline across that bottom part, if it's got a wavy type baseline, like a cursive 2, they are worth a lot more money. So recent selling price range, $1.50, $150 to $500. Didn't get much sleep last night, so struggling with my words, but we'll get there. 2010, we'll check this one for the bubble error. So in this region over here above the claw of the platypus, you can get a little bubble up there. So if you find that, a recent selling price range on those, just find it on the second page of the list. Here we go. $7.70 to $10 on the bubble error 2010. Now, the 1981, some of these were made in Canada. And to tell the difference, you look at the claws underneath the 2 down here. And if the left-hand claw right there is half the size of the other claws, means it was minted in Canada. Now, you can see this one here, the claw is the same size as the other one. So it wasn't. 1981 again, checking that there. The claws, all the same size. Now, what is that? Oh, it's a bit sticky, so there's some sort of gunky type thing on the coin. 2024, King Charles, here we go. Oh, we've got a special coin, the last coin. What do we got? 2024, King Charles, $1 to $12.50. And the reason I know the last coin's a bit special, because it's situated a little bit different with the date underneath the queen, and that means, oh, I know, because it's a New Zealand coin, I don't know what they sort of look like. But this is a New Zealand 20-cent coin. Same shape and size as the Australian coins, well, the older ones were. They're not this shape and size anymore, but they used to be, and that's how they easily get caught up in our circulating currency. So this is the Kiwi, and it's cool to come across them, so I'll hold on to this one. 1977, New Zealand, 20-cent coin. Cool. Bluey in a bag. Let's set him free because he's worth it. $2.50 to $5.50. You're worth it even if it isn't that value. But let's get this coin out of this bag. And yeah, that's a recent selling price range of 2024 Bluey and Bingo coins. Hit circulation. And yeah, you can get them in bags of coins from the bank, even rolls and stuff like that. So we'll get Bluey out and we'll check the rest of these as well. Where'd you go, Bluey? There we go. Let's get a bit of zoom on. Oh, I think we're upside down here. So we'll turn it around. There we go, Bluey. Nice. Check it out. King Charles 2024. Very good. We'll put that aside. Get the zoom back out again. We'll check all these coins. Put the list to the side. If you want those lists available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. We've got a few coins here. Like I can see a few fresh ones there. And I saw this one. This is the AFL coin from 2024. So let's check this out. It's got the Brownlow medal on it. Whoop. Got the Brownlow medal. And yeah, it says Premiership Season, AFL, AFLW. Oh, wait a second, that says AFLW Premiership Season. So this is the, not the Brownlow medal, this is the Best and Fairest medal here, or it says Best and Fairest, and it says Trophy at the bottom there. So AFLW, the AFLW competition, I think it's currently going at the moment. So there you go, we'll put that to the side. Recent selling price range on this, I should talk about that, shouldn't I? Because that's what I usually do. Prices on these, $3 to $7. So there you go, Bluey, AFL. And there's another fresh one coming up, isn't there? So we'll check this one out. 2022. Now, they made a fair few in 2022, so I'll let that one go. Continue on. So many things to look for on the $1 coins. Lots of little errors. This one's in fairly fresh condition. They made a fair few of this particular design coin. However, any coin in really good condition is worth holding on to. So that's probably better than some of the ones I've got in my collection. So I'll hold on to that. So this one here is, what is this? I've just got to read it here. Centenary of Commonwealth Age Pension. So security, support, and dignity. Yes. Word. All right. About halfway through. There's another fresh one down here. We'll jump straight to that mod as well. Let's do it. Ooh, will this be another bingo Bluey coin, or will it be the Mob of Ruse? It's the Mob of Ruse. So these ones are worth holding on to as well. There might be just a small error on the very top of that kangaroo at the top there, just behind the ear. I'll get my little toothpick and we'll see if it moves around or not. Yeah, I think that is a little bit of an error. I'll zoom in, but I sort of got a different sort of thing on the... Yeah, it is. It's just a very small... We'll usually call that a rabbit ears when there's a bit of an error behind the ear, because it usually looks like a floppy ear, like a rabbit's ears, but that's a very small one. So, I don't know, would you call that a backpack? Maybe a small rabbit ears. That's cool. Oh, nice. So a bit of an error, but also the King Charles coins, 2024, $2 to $8. So I've got a few to hold on to. This is good. Going well. Ooh, year 2000. Look for the $1 mule. I'd love to find one of those. Probably my most anticipated, or the one that I'm looking for the most. Dirty, that one. All right, so what is it? 1998, this one. 2008. A few more coins to go, and we'll have a look, a recap on what we've put aside, because there's been a few from this lot. Check the back of this top kangaroo. I think it's just a bit of dirt going through there. Yep. Check across the top of the hat on these coins. This one doesn't have the extra metal, but definitely look for the extra metal on those. Ooh, another year 2000 coin. Look for that double rim. So what you're looking for is a double rim effect. I'll show you on the bottom of the $1 coin value list. This is what you want. This is what you want, the $1 mule coin. And it has this double rim effect all the way around the outside of the coin. And that's caused when they accidentally, with only probably a few thousand of these year 2000 $1 coins, they had the 10-cent die to strike the detail into the coin accidentally, instead of the $1 coin die to strike the Queen's head side. And because the 10-cent coin is a little bit smaller, it's punched the detail a bit smaller onto the coin, and it created this double rim effect, which is a bit of a mistake. It sort of shows, and it's a mule, because a mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey? So then you've got a mule, which is the result of those two. So, and that's what sort of happened here. Like, you've got a $1 coin and it's been struck with a 10-cent piece of information. So it's a bit of a cross between the two. So they call it a mule for that reason. But let's have a look. We've got 4 coins we put aside. So let's zoom in. Boom. We've got Bluey, upside down again. We've got the age pension in really nice condition. The AFLW coin for 2024 and the 2024 King Charles coin with a little bit of an error on the top kangaroo. So 4 keepers, I like it. Good luck with your searches, everyone. Yeah, coloured $1 coin, $140 to $193 for this particular coin. It's from the Great Aussie Coin Hunt 2022. Only some of them had the colour on the coins, only 19,500, and that's why it's on the coin value list here. So 2022 $1 coin, and yes, Great Aussie Coin Hunt, this one. And this one's graded at Mint State 68, which is quite a high grading. Goes up to 70, being absolutely perfect. So pretty close to that. I like it. It's in my collection. Coin value list available through the link in my account if you want to know what coins are worth. And I've got a bag here. We'll search through this bag, see if we can find something from those lists, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Hopefully you've been having a great day and things are going well for you. Let's see what we've got. That one's there is pretty fresh, so we'll check that one out. Get the zoom in. 2022. Now, they made a fair few in 2022, but we'll just see if there's any little errors on it. Not quite, not quite. So we'll just double check to make sure on the list. So 2022. Oh yeah, 2022 Mob of Ruse. So this coin here, 6.15 million minted, $1.85 to $7. So, but I found a fair few of those, I think. So I'll hold on to it, but we'll see. We'll see if the figures change. Oh, this one, 1984. That's the first year of $1 coins, in pretty good condition for a coin of that age. So I might put that one aside too. Look at that. Nice. I like it. Good start. 2 from 2. Oh, 3 from 3. King Charles, 2024. There we go. So recent selling price range on these. King Charles 2024, Mob of Ruse, $2 to $8 is a recent selling price range. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 4 in a row. 2017. I've got a feeling, is that a low mintage date? It might be the 50-cent coins. I'm pretty sure it's a slightly lower mintage year on the 50-cent coins. What do we got here? So Henry Park, so many coins. They made a fair few of these particular coins, so unless they're in really good condition, I'd let them go myself anyway. 2015, look for a missing leg on that third kangaroo down, the one under the belly. I can see it there, so it's not missing. Continue on. So 2016, looking at the date over here. Some of these can have errors, little blobs of metal on the coin, so just check the known areas for that. Nothing on that one that I could see anyway. 2011. Nothing there. Continue on. Ooh, this one looks like it's got a spider web on it or something. What is that? A 2022. I'm going to let it go because of what's... I don't know what that is on the coin. Hopefully it's... I'll be washing my hands thoroughly after this. I'm not sure what that was. All right, continue on. Or two of these in a row. What you do on these ones, you check the top of the hat. If it's got extra metal on the top of the hat, it's called a hat cud. So it's on the list, $3.45 to $16. Check the one after it. No extra metal on the hat, that one there too. So yeah, if you're interested in those lists, through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. 93. Sometimes you get a bit of extra metal through the grooves on these ones, but that one doesn't have it, so continue on. Few coins to go. 2015, we'll check that leg. So this is the leg we're talking about, that one underneath the belly. You can see it there, but sometimes it's totally missing on the 2015 coins. That's the date. So if you can find that, $2 to $5 is a recent selling price range on the missing legs. 2024 kangaroos. So there we go. Got two of those from that little search. And so we've got 4 in total, 4 coins to hold on to. 2 King Charles, 1 1984 Queen Elizabeth in really nice condition, and a 2022 Queen Elizabeth in nice condition too. So I like it. Good luck with your searches. Hopefully you find some cool things for your collection. Yes, please. Australian 50-cent coins to search for. We've got a fresh one on the end of this roll. Let's get a bit of zoom. Check that out. One on this end is looking pretty good too. So we'll open this roll up, see what we've got, see if we've got anything from the coin value list. We'll put them to the side, and if you want those, available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. Hopefully you've been having a great day and things are going well for you. Just about got blown off the map last night here in Victoria. Live on the coast, and man, it was very blowy, very, very blowy. But I believe there's lots of snow on the mountains, so if you're heading to the snow, good luck. Hopefully you have an awesome time. Lots of powder, lots of powder. All right, let's check this out. 2016. Look for the changeover coin from 2016 on the 50-cent coins. This is a 2012, and you can get a little donut error, which is a little bit of a donut type circle over here in one of these little spots over here. Donut denied, so not on that one. So, but yeah, the 2012 50-cent coins can have that particular feature. On the back of the kangaroo, you look for a little bit of extra metal spiking out. That's called a Roozilla, if you can find that on the 2001 50-cent coins with Australia on them. That one didn't. Bass and Flinders. Made a fair few of those, so I'll let it go. 2010, let's check this one for a rotation. Rotations are quite handy. They're very good, but this one's not rotated, unfortunately. So the Queen's nose is pointing to where it's supposed to be, 3 o'clock. And a rotation is where you hold everything upright on this side of the coin, at the top and the bottom, turn it around. If the Queen's nose is pointing in a different direction other than 3 o'clock, that's called a rotation. And if you find a 2010 50-cent coin with that rotation error, $30 to $65 is a recent selling price range on them. So definitely worth looking for. Oh, 2015. No. Must be a different denomination that it's in my head for. Only 3 coins to go. 2. 1. So these coins here, on these particular ones, you look at the bottom of the robe of this gentleman, just getting my little pointer. This gentleman here, down the bottom of the robe, there's a gap there. Sometimes there's a blob of metal there instead, and it's not supposed to be a blob. But if you've got that extra few dollars, I'll just check the prices on those. This is a 2005 coin, just find it on the list. The robe cut is $1.50 to $10. You can also find a different error on this coin on the top of the helmet here. You can get a blob of metal. One of those sold for $8 recently too. So worth checking out the 2005 50-cent coins that have the war memorial commemoration on them. So keep your eye out for those. No keepers from that lot, but that's part of searching and coin collecting. So good luck with your searches. Hopefully you find some cool ones.